William Morrow and Harper Audio present The Lost Daughter, a novel by Gill Paul, performed by Helen Duff.
Prologue. Yekaterinburg, 16th July, 1918. Yurovsky surveyed the guns spread across the table. 6 pistols and 8 revolvers. They seemed out of place in this gentleman's study, with its expensive purple wallpaper, decorated with gold palm leaves, lavish silver chandelier, stained glass Art Nouveau lamps, and wooden gramophone. 2 rooms away, the Romanov family were eating dinner along with their 4 retainers. Omelette. There was a surfeit of eggs that day. The office door opened, and the men sloped in, glancing first at the guns and then at him, before shuffling into a semicircle. Ermakov stood directly beneath a stag's head, mounted on the wall, his dark hair unruly and his face shiny with perspiration. Yurovsky wasn't close enough to smell the alcohol in his breath, but knew it was there, although it was only 8 in the evening and still light outside.
Tonight,
he began,
the Presidium of the Ural Regional Soviet has been charged with a great mission, to rid our country of the enemies of Bolshevism.
His stomach knotted. There had still been no telegram from Moscow confirming it, yet all the same it was clear what was required of him. This was his moment. His place in the history books beckoned. He continued in a businesslike tone.
I want 11 men, 1 for each of the party, so the deaths are simultaneous. You will be allocated a target, and I will give the order to fire. Shoot to kill, so they do not have the unnecessary suffering of seeing each other die.
As he spoke, he looked from face to face, watching for signs of hesitation, or fear, or nerves. He needed steady men, who would obey without question. This bunch were militants from the Verk-Iserk's metallurgy plant, probably less intelligent than average. That was good. He didn't want any questions about the whys and wherefores, just mute obedience. Most had not met the family yet, so there had been no chance to form attachments. They were young, though, the youngest only 17. Would they stay calm when the firing started? Ermakov was eager.
I'll take a Mauser,
he said, reaching for one of the most powerful guns on the table. Adolf Lipa, commander of this new set of guards, surprised Yurovsky.
I don't think I could shoot the girls,
he mumbled, looking at his feet. Yurovsky glared. Lipa had been at the meeting at the Hotel America when the decision had been made that very afternoon. He knew they couldn't risk the Romanovs falling into the hands of counter-revolutionaries, who might even try to reinstate them on the throne, with the backing of foreign governments.
Me neither,
said Verhas, a Hungarian man. Yurovsky opened his mouth to chastise them, to reiterate the case for the execution, but realized there was no point. He had thought Lipa reliable at least, but you never knew how people would react when they were put on the spot.
Go back to the Popov house, both of you,
he ordered.
And don't breathe a word of this. The rest of the guard will not be told till the last minute.
He waited until they had shuffled out, before addressing the others.
If there is a gun you prefer, choose now.
They stepped forward, eyeing the remaining Mauser, the Colts, the Nagants, the Smith & Wesson, the Browning, picking them up to test the grip, the weight. One man's hand was shaking so violently he almost knocked a Nagant to the floor. Another smelled strongly of homemade vodka, his breath foul with it, and Yurovsky winced.
You two.
He motioned at them, then pointed to the door.
You are relieved.
That left 10, including him. One man would have to shoot 2 people.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?